People come in here from all over, different countries even, and definitely different states, and they'll say, "Is the building haunted?"
Hi, I'm Cody King, and today we are at the Pickens County Museum, where it is said that Sarah McDaniel haunts these halls. Is she a dark, malevolent spirit, or is she a benevolent spirit? We're here today to find out.
I can tell you that we do sometimes have rumors of visitors late at night, and I think that comes from the history of the museum being an old jail. You know, back when this first started operations, James Henry Grace McDaniel and his wife Sarah were the family that had the sheriffing going on here. And back in those days, sheriffing was a family-run business. The older sons and sons-in-laws, they were the deputies. The older daughters and daughter-in-laws helped mom with the cooking and the cleaning. They lived in an apartment upstairs, and some of them lived in houses very nearby. They had 13 children, so there were also a lot of little babies as well. And as my grandma used to say, go outside and play, and you play pretty. So we think that Sarah was always looking out on her children to make sure that they were outside playing pretty. And unfortunately, about a year and a half after they moved into this building, they had one of those newfangled contraptions. It was called a sewer. And unfortunately, it leaked into the well water. And 5 members of the family contracted typhoid fever. Sarah, her oldest daughter, and her oldest son's wife all passed away in the apartment upstairs. Now, it was a tragedy. The town was so devastated that the McDaniel family had such a loss. But we think that Sarah never left because she loved her children so very much. And even today, when you're riding up late at night, Highway 178, and you look up towards that upstairs apartment, right there, that window in the turret, many people will tell you that they see Sarah out there looking down, making sure that her children are out there playing pretty.
I had an incident that took place with me, and then years later found out that there was something there, read about it. Turned out that what I was reading was what happened to me. It was approximately, I think, 2003. I was on patrol. It was on a Sunday afternoon. The museum was closed. I was on patrol by myself, and I had some paperwork I had to come in the office and do. I pulled up, and there's some handicap spots right in front, but nobody's there, so we pulled in there to have quick access to the office. As I'm getting out of my car, I don't know why, but I just kind of glance up, and I see this lady. It looks like she's got blinds or something pulled aside. She's got dark auburn hair, and she's looking down at me in the parking lot. I didn't think much of it because I'm here almost all the time. I'm thinking, I forgot the museum was closed, but I'm like, what is she looking at? And then I turned to go inside, and then I realized it was Sunday, and I turned back around because the instincts as a police officer were, what are you doing in there? I turned back up, and she's not there anymore. And I'm like, did I really see that, or was I just, you know, was it a glare or something such as that? It kind of unnerved me a little bit because it looked so real, but I didn't think anything else about it. And that was in 2003. Around 2005, my wife called me one day because she had discovered this really cool website. And she said, you're gonna have to look at this because there's about Pickens, and anywhere you wanna go in the country, you can put something like their city name in and find it. I put Pickens in, and the first thing I saw was the lady in the tower. And it spoke about the lady in the tower at the Pickens Museum. And I'm sitting there reading it, and as I'm reading it, every nerve ending in my body was going off. The hair on my arm standing on end, the back of my neck, because I never knew anything about the history of that.
This is the apartment that Sarah McDaniel once lived in, died in, and now haunts still to this day.
I've really not heard any creepy stories. Obviously, if the spirit of Sarah is still here, she's not malevolent. She's here because of her love of children. It's just simply been people saying they've seen her, or things have moved around, or they've heard that bump in the night. But nothing really terrible or bad has ever crossed my ears.
I've been here at some strange hours. I've never seen Sarah. If I do see Sarah, you will hear me screaming. But it is part of the legend that's associated with this building.